back to sleep.
Right. Okay. Okay. So what have you been practicing so far?
I've been practicing the power positions and the staying in my team's line of sight mostly. And then
hmm
I've also been practicing the 180 pins.
So how all of that went so far?
I don't know. I feel like I'm doing okay with the 180 pins at least.
Okay.
I feel like I'm still pushing ahead a little too much sometimes because I
hmm
get feeling about my team a lot.
Mm. Do you actively scout before applying pressure and looking at where most of your team is positioned?
I try to. I have been looking back, um, but
hmm
I sometimes forget, I think.
Right. Right. When you're working on this habit, let's say you're working on scouting, for example, how you go about that? You just describe me the game session. Let's say you start the day, you start Overwatch, and then what do you do exactly? Do you
So I make sure that like I'm playing to focus
hmm
and that I'm in like my focus time. And then I when I'm playing the game, I make sure I focus on that one thing. So I was just doing that one scouting. But I feel like I do get caught up with all of the things, and then like I found myself like doing 180 pins anyway or whatever. um,
Right.
but yeah, like in the game, I feel like I am looking back a lot more than I would normally.
Do you work on one thing at a time during your practice? Just kind
I
of
think so. I think
Mhm.
so.
Okay, okay. So you definitely can maintain the focus on the concepts. You do not autopilot as much, you think, or anything like that.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, okay, that's good. That's good. Okay. Out of all those things which we mentioned so far in our previous session, what do you think you improved on the most?
Probably the scouting.
Scouting. That's good to hear. Yeah, I think one of the most important skills to be able to get information. We can talk a little bit more about that, I think, as well. Mm,
Okay.
just go over a few triggers which can be helpful, but yeah, I think we can start with any any sort of gameplay you have at the moment where specifically where you try to apply all the concepts we've been
Okay.
practicing.
Okay.
If you have that kind of game, we can go over that. I think that would be the best. Do you have
Okay.
any
Let me
game we can
see.
start with?
I can probably have a look. Yeah. Let me see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This one I think I did okay.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what do you?
Um.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Let me see. Here, I'll send you this one.
Yeah. Sure. Mm-hmm. Okay. And what do you think your struggle was in the moment? Maybe when you
I
look to
think I
apply.
still
Mm,
struggle with the scouting. I
so.
think even though I've gotten the best of that
Right.
so far out of all the things, I think that's what I struggle with the most still.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
I think I know where the power positions are and like how to get to them during the fight and stuff. But and I'm
Mm-hmm.
okay at that. Like I feel like there's more skill ceiling for the scouting, like to know
Mm-hmm.
when to like look at your team.
Mm-hmm. 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 So yeah, I think we can go over that a little bit more. Yeah, there definitely the other things you can be aware of, kind of anticipating certain information, so it's gonna be easier for you to do something in the field. Okay, so the scouting sims might be problematical. Sure. Is there anything else?
Um, I think just everything that you said I'm not that good at yet.
Mm-hmm. 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 Okay,
Because
but
it
mhm,
seems like entirely new to me. Like, because normally I play with like an Ana that'll be like right behind me the whole game.
mhm,
Because I used to play with like a duo that like I was super comfortable with. And like we would just roll games. Like that's how I got to masters and stuff.
Right.
I guess I was kind of carried by them, and
Hmm.
we would just like go to their spawn every game, and like I'd just
Hmm.
be like full health the whole time, and like I wouldn't have to worry, because they'd hit every nade,
Mm-hmm.
and like they'd be sleeping people and stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
like in this rank, like right now, like just playing solo queue, it seems a lot harder.
Right. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely better, I think, for the long term, especially if you're able to carry in solo queue. You definitely know you much better player. Obviously, the rank system as well, it changes, yeah, depending on the season. Like this early season, as an example, season 9, rank system changed a lot. So yeah, it's okay to also like drop some ranks, and maybe, for example, if you don't play as much, sometimes you had a break or something that also affects the improvement, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at this one here. Can you see my stream
Uh-huh.
just fine?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see here. Mm-hmm.
Ready for
Okay.
ready for battle.
Do you actively use the sword shield sword view when you're using your shield as an example?
No, I wasn't using it in this game,
Ready
but
Uh-huh.
I have thought about it during like other games.
Right, right.
It's just it's hard to remember because like like you can just look and I go, okay, well I'll just like look around the corner, but yeah, I
Uh-huh.
should be using the third view.
Yeah, you can also do that. It's just for the moments when you know you have to shield. It's just usually for the times, like for now, especially if you engage in the fight. Let's say you gotta get close with something, yeah, but because you need to get close and also scout, the third view just helps. You can look
Yeah.
around a little bit more. You get additional information. I think quite a useful skill. Maybe can write it down as well, just for the next time. As the next goal, to
Okay.
focus on that a little bit more. Well, sure.
I'm just standing still because I was messing with my settings
Uh huh.
here.
That's fine. That's fine. Like our idea is to just kind of when you get information, is just find out when you have the downtime and use it to your advantage. Basically, well,
Yeah.
here, okay, it's fine. You're standing still. Okay.
Yeah, I
Your
was messing with
settings.
my
Okay.
yeah.
It's fine. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we do after. Okay, we drop. That's good. You also started on this sort of power position, yeah, and then eventually you drop the contest the card, contest this corner, which makes sense. Huh. Okay. Got the Bastion. Orisa is low. It's looking good.
And this is probably one of my bad plays in this game. I remember. I think I actually this is probably a bad example of a game because I did pretty well in this.
Uh-huh. So do you think it was kind of close, or you kind of
I don't think
rolled
this one
in?
was that close at
Ah.
all. Yeah, I kind of ruled them.
Okay, okay. Do you have any close game?
I can't really remember. Let
Hmm.
me see. I played a lot yesterday.
Just for the next time, whenever you apply the concepts, what you can do, you can use the summary here and just leave your notes, leave your replay codes in this replay code section. Just write down any code you think would be good for the session, so you'll not lose those as well. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just makes it easy, I think. But you can look if you have any other game. We can
Oh,
go
here,
with that. If
this
not,
one was close. This one was close. I remember this one.
okay.
Uh,
Mhm.
actually, no, that one wasn't close. Sorry.
If not, we can go with the whatever. I think.
Yeah, if we could just go over that one, because I think either I was losing a lot or like I was losing pretty good,
Mhm.
like losing hard or like losing or winning pretty easily.
So let's just kind of briefly see what was happening during those fights. So this one here, okay, we went over this. Yeah, you pushing their spawn. That makes sense. Want to be careful around the 5 strikes though. And then spawn there. See, this is exactly the moment, yeah. When you have the downtime again, you have to kind of check the information and suddenly see this,
Yeah.
yeah. I think it's just one of the things where we kind of, yeah, we kind of mentioned that.
I
Remember,
need to like ingrain it in me. It's hard to think about mid fight.
right? Do you have any sort of reminder to remind yourself about what is the goal for your game session? Like any
Well,
notepad or something? Uh-huh.
during the session when I was playing, I had your page pulled up
Right.
that you originally made for me.
Sure. Page. Okay. So you kind of look at the page and then you just try to apply all this information all together.
No. I was going like step by step, but yeah, I had all the information together, like yeah, so I could see it all.
Mhm.
But I was like looking at like like one each game and like trying to like focus on that. Like so I would win a game and then I would go, okay, well then maybe I can go on to the next step. And then like if I lost a game while doing one, I would go, okay, well maybe I need to go back to that one again and practice that again.
This is
It did
good.
seem to be the ones where I was like scouting actively, then that I would be winning more.
This is good. This is a good approach. I think you can even try to, whenever you have the page, whatever I wrote down there, maybe for better remembering, just for the sake of, so it makes it easier for you to put everything in a long-term memory, write down things on your own list. Maybe use something small like sticky note, or maybe use your notepad. You exactly write down the things you're gonna be practicing during your game session, yeah? So it can be whatever, yeah. You see,
Okay.
yeah, our previous list was something like, okay, scout wins behind the corner, maybe fight for power positions, yeah. But because you writing it down by yourself with your own hand, your brain thinks it's like much it's really important information, you know. This sort of thing when you sit on a lecture, remember, in university, they tell you
Yeah, they always tell you that.
yeah, you gotta write down stuff. This is important. It just makes it easier for you to remember, learn some. Maybe try to do that, and I'm just gonna write down as well, using sticky notes. Yeah, what do you think about using
Yeah,
those?
I think that's good. I think that's good.
Right, yeah, so let's just write it down.
Should I go grab one right now?
You can try. You can even have it in front of you now. Today, just maybe write down anything you want to work on during the live session and just put it there. Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Give me
good.
1 sec.
Sure.
All right, I have one here. I just need a pen. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. And you can kind of write down those small bullet points. See, with sticky notes, it's just important that the goals you're focusing on are really simple and concise. So you can kind of use the strategy of answering 3W. You answering 3 questions. It's what you're practicing, where you practicing that, and when you do that certain concept. Yeah, it just makes it easy for you, and you can be more specific. Yeah, let's say you practice scouting. Yeah, scouting is what, where you scout. Once behind the corner is an example, and when, before the fight or mid fight. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so you put more emphasis on every possible aspect, I guess, of that question of what are you practicing. Might make it easy. So you cover those questions, makes few bullet points, and you just focus on one during the game, obviously. But in the long term, you can kind of switch. You can switch between bullet points, like you did with my list. You look at my list, you switch between the concepts. You just writing down with your own hand makes it better. So yeah,
Okay.
I'm just gonna put it in tasks here, like effective practice here. Like, let's use sticky notes. Okay, that's good. Yeah, sure. Let's continue. Maybe any questions about what we mentioned so far? Makes everything
I
make
think
sense?
I'm good to go. I think I'm good to go.
Right. So this seems like the moment when we overstand, sure. Okay, then... Okay, maybe let's talk about just something in addition. I think can be useful at any point of time. When you start the match, okay, or even just before the fight, okay, usually you can do it before the match starts as well. You want to understand what kind of resources, big resources, you playing around, okay? So look at your team composition here. What do you think does a lot of pressure on your team?
Nade and sleep, and then hack,
Mm-hmm.
and then sojourn, charge shot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. So is this search, let's call it mouse 2, okay? All of those things can do quite a lot, okay? And one of the habits can be just try to track those cooldowns consistently. Every time you go in a fight, you gotta be asking the question of where those cooldowns can be active. And, you know, at the start, it might be a little bit tough for you to track every possible cooldown, obviously. So you can maybe track 4 cooldowns at the start. It's not possible. It's tough. Yeah, there are a lot of things. So maybe start with tracking 1, 2 specific cooldowns. Once you got really good at that, you can start tracking more, and specifically making sure you engage when those cooldowns can be present, yeah? And you will see, when you've been engaging in the spawn room, I think most of those cooldowns been not there. Let me see. So you here, you're gonna 5-strike this bastion around the corner. Okay, so what do we have? We don't have hack, we don't have sleep, nade, or we don't have surgeon rail. Yeah? So your instant thought is, okay, I want to lean towards more defensive play. I want to only play aggressively in the area where those cooldowns can be active. This might make it easier for you, I think, as well. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's cool.
Yeah, maybe let's do that. Okay, so I'm gonna write down like 1, 2 cooldowns. Usually it's AoE, just any damage which on area, yeah, like anti can be, you can anti multiple people, or dynamite, you can again use it on multiple people. Cooldowns where you have big burst, like surgeon rail shot does a lot of burst. This is also important to track. And you can also try to track any CC, and CC is just you know, whatever, like sleep, even hook you can try to track. It's just if the hog is an enemy team is an example. It's quite important because it can punish you. Yeah, those cooldowns first. Any sort of dangerous cooldown like that, I think if you're able to track that continuously, makes it easy. Okay, let's see here. Let's say, are we engaging with some sort of cooldown, yeah? Are we actually pressuring when those cooldowns can be present in the fight? Okay, so you go for 180 pin, this is... why not? So, just before that, yeah, confirming it. Okay, there's a Somber's hack, which can be with me, yeah, maybe like, okay, she's going in, so this is relatively fine, yeah? Maybe Anna's nade as well, yeah? Anna's nade can totally nade, so that is good overall. That's what they're exactly looking for, just consistently clicking, yeah? In your head, it should be like, click, okay, I can go, because those cooldowns are there. With one exception, okay? This is exception from the rule, right? So this exception is just if you get a kill whenever. If you get a kill no matter what, you know, it's kind of isolated target. You can engage outside of those cooldowns, outside of just... if your team is not ready with you, yeah? You can kind of go by yourself. You just gotta understand that you survive, because here you 1v1 with Ash, you nutted, so you're definitely gonna survive with the full shield, so there's no problem as far as I almost hit the mercy. Okay. Where you should be at this point of time.
With my team in that room, maybe? I'm not sure. Or the high ground? I don't know if that's the right spot where I am.
Most of your dangerous cooldowns are at the moment.
In the room in the house.
So you see, yeah, you gotta be there. You also gotta kind of enable that pressure, which they can do. Okay, that's what you're exactly scouting for. Yeah. First of all,
But what if they're like in the wrong spot though? Like that doesn't matter. Like
what does
is
mean?
that the right spot?
What does it mean of wrong? How do you identify wrong or good
Like
spot?
should we be holding somewhere else as a team?
You can, yeah. It gives you slightly more value, sure, and the long
Because I
term.
saw our sojourn was like up behind us.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking like, oh, I would hold there, and then maybe
True.
they would be able to back up more when
Mhm.
like the fight started.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's say you hold around, let's call this position A, where your surgeon is, and you hold the position B. Mm-hmm. Now, let's start with the question of what is the job of the tank?
To protect the team
How do you protect the team?
by blocking cooldowns and getting kills.
Mm-hmm. And first is always how do you apply pressure? Yeah, you can apply pressure, and then after that you absorb the enemy's pressure. Okay. So where it's more important for you to absorb the pressure to protect your team?
Where my team is in the house.
Yeah.
At B.
Yeah, exactly. The dance is simple. It's always you want to fight in the places where most of your team is, and it doesn't matter if the spot is, it seems not right. Yeah, sure, it might be the thing. You can be technically taking better map control, but it doesn't matter. Like all these best spots, it doesn't matter if you play there alone by yourself. If your team die, you can't win the fight if you play the position A when most of your team is position B. Simply.
Yeah.
Okay. It's kind of one of the things where one person in this house at B and maybe going in and their spawn is throwing, and it's bad. Yeah, like it's a bad play. It's let's say somebody just maybe Anna by herself. She goes in, okay, she dies. That's a feeding, okay. But if most of you are in this house and you go in, then suddenly it's not throwing. It's a strategy. You guys going in together, even though it seems really a silly play, it can work. Why? It's not just
Okay.
like team power. No, it's just first of all with because you play around most important resources. Yeah, that can work. Yeah, because you have the nade and hack isn't there. Okay, if you enable those kind of things, even though it's just not the best position, it's still gonna work. That's why when I'm coaching teams, as an example, the most important thing is always making sure you have a consistent plan. Like 99% of the fights is just making sure you have a plan and you're able to apply that, and you gotta be on the same page when you do that. Obviously, in competitive, it's hard to be on the same page because you don't communicate with your team as much. You don't have to. Everybody's solo queuing, but you want to be able to enable most of your resources always. This is the thing. Yeah, it's
I
not.
think I do play in there eventually.
Right. It's just important to recognize you're kind of doing that instantly. Based on the scouting, you instantly have to be there. You have to be faster. And it's not that even you have to be in the same house with them. Yeah, it's just you want to apply pressure on the same area with them. Let's put it this way. Yeah, so maybe if they go in here, they go in this area, and you apply pressure from here, that can work as well. It's just gonna be maybe harder because of the line of sight, but still, this is gonna be better. Yeah, you can apply pressure from kind of other angle, right? Yeah, eventually your team pushed up away, right? So this point here, just go on the Mauga, sure. This is fine overall. That's okay. Now can be careful against scout where most of your resources are. They around the corner, so start around the corner here. Get your shield back. Yeah, get your resources back. Okay. Now for the Mauga. Sure.
I think we got rolled here.
That's fine. Two ultimates being used on you. So not too big of a thing. Okay. What's gonna happen next fight here? Waiting, yeah, see you scouting, waiting for most of your team. This is good. Okay. See, it's important when you do this though. Just again confirming the resources. Okay, my resources are what? Maybe I'm playing around the nade of the Ana and my surgeon rail. Then you can kind of identify the space you're gonna be fighting for instantly, right? So what is that space you should be
Should have
fighting
been
for?
left of the cart.
Left of the card, yeah, it's kind of this entire yellow, I think, sort of, yeah. This entire
Oh,
yellow,
okay.
this is where your team can use the resources. You just put it this way, yeah? Maybe they can also kind of eventually get around here, yeah, towards this arch as well, slightly. But definitely, it's gonna be tough to go maybe in something like red area for now. It's just because of the line of sight. You know the resources can be there. But because you
Yeah.
anticipate where the fight is, it just makes it easy. And even with your fire strikes, for that exact reason, you can target targets in the area where resources can be active. Because of the R, see the surgeon shot. Imagine if it goes towards the ash, but you also hit the fire strike on the ash as well. It might be a game changer. Or like this MP. Okay, you have one fire strike there on the ash and the second fire strike as well. Maybe you're gonna be close to killing, but your attention, some of the attention goes towards this area. It's a red area. You don't fight there, so you don't have to use your cooldowns unless you get a kill. Unless you're confident you get a kill.
Okay.
And you see, like those fire strikes on the that first one at least on the bastion. Yeah, it doesn't make as much sense. It's not bad now though, because you're close to killing them. So okay, so you're winning this. Let's see the attack real quick.
Ready
Right.
for battle. Ready
Let's see
for
here.
battle.
Okay. So what are the cooldowns you're playing around with this composition?
Hack, and then both of Anna's.
Yeah. Sure.
And then on the other team, Suzu and Rom's punches, and Rez,
Okay.
and turret and dynamite.
Yeah, it's kind of disabling, yeah? It's just what you're describing there is you want to enable your cooldowns of your team, at least, yeah? Just all of this big burst, CC, this sort of stuff. But it can also disable the enemy cooldowns. This is another thing. Whenever you go in on the enemy, your idea is to just, what do you bait? I will definitely starting with just those big resources. Yeah, like Truth Form, can do a lot of bursts, maybe punches, can do a lot of bursts, yeah. I think even, well, Kiriko not as much, but maybe Dynamite, yeah, Dynamite of the Ash, yeah, something you can bait. Okay, so this is just about disabling, yeah, kind of another part of the medal, but definitely, you gotta fight around your Annas, maybe around the Widow Shot, maybe Hack. So what is that area you're fighting for? What is the area?
Main.
Main here.
Or maybe, like, I'm playing in the house and then they're able to shoot down main, but and then the honor comes with me.
What is the power position you can take? You should be
top left.
Top left, yeah. And see, your resources, they exactly have the line of sight on this area. So you gotta be starting with power positions first, usually. Unless there's something big what can stop you. So what your rotation should be at this point then?
Back and then to the left and around and then up.
Yeah, exactly. You fight for better spots, yeah. Just makes it so much easier. Just do it right from the start. You kind of have the right intention, I think. Yeah, here you go in there eventually. Just starting with that pressure as soon as possible. So eventually, when you get there, maybe get there faster. Your team, they will have more opportunities earlier to use their resources. Okay. So you bait the punch. You can use the right room if you want, because it just protects you anyway. If they're using resources on you like that. But yeah, eventually you go in after. This is punch for him again. Maybe you kill him, yeah. Do it for him, be careful. Okay. Just clear that space here. Gotta push the cart. Okay. I need you to see when you start attacking. Okay. See, like at this point, your resources, they're ready to fight this space. Your primary fire of the widow, scope shot, your nade, your sleep dart, those are ready. But see, what kind of resources you missing?
What on their team or our team?
Just you as a character.
Oh, the hack, and
No, you use the Rein. You use the Rein.
oh, what resource am I missing? Probably health.
Yeah, you're missing health, and you're also missing shield. Okay.
Yeah.
So the thing is, when most of your resources is gonna be ready, and you know you can anticipate the area where the fight is gonna be, yeah. So you see here, you understand, because your resource is gonna be around the corner, you're gonna be fighting for this area. You need your resources to exactly enable the pressure of your team, not through the shielding, yeah, but through going in and applying pressure, yeah. Because you're able to apply pressure now, the attention of these guys can be on you. Easily your team can survive. Yeah. So the question is, how do you maintain your resources? How do you go into this area with full resources? What your position can be looking like? What do you think?
Play on the right side or the left side from here.
Maybe
next to that health pack.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. So you can either do this. Maybe you can use this building, leverage it. Yeah, and when your team is about to attack, you can start attacking as well. But now you start attacking a little bit too early. Yeah? You kind of just overexposing yourself with unnecessary pressure. You just use that time to stabilize. Yeah, always okay.
All right.
You go in from one corner to another. Okay, check the resources because you anticipate the area. Make sure you fight with a full. Everything ideally, not entirely full, but let's say when you have most of your resources, then this is the best. Yeah, because now when your resources are ready, you go back. Yeah, but let's say you engage now, and there's a slept Remato. Maybe you charge him off the map or something. Maybe you go after this back line. You do this weird pin. Yeah, kind of like that, right?
Right.
So it's kind of. Let me see. Yeah, you just gotta go through those steps. So it's usually this. You get a scout info first. This is kind of initial scouting. You just can maybe ask this initial question, yeah? Like when you're about to fight, okay, let's anticipate the area where we're fighting. Yeah, like let's anticipate cooldowns. I'm playing around. So this is my initial scouting, and after that, you do the setup. Okay, you get the best position possible so those cooldowns can be active, so your team can do something. Once you got this set up, you gotta scout one more time. Okay, so this is, yeah, scout one more time. Understand those cooldowns are ready. Yeah, like everything here. Is it ready? If ready, then you can engage. If not, then you wait. Or you can maybe get better setup, depending on the situation. It's kind of...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually just because you get additional information. Because the game is so fast-paced, it might change. But you definitely got to do those steps. And it's just, okay, scout first, then setup after, scout again, check, and then engage. Just slow down a little bit. Does all of it make sense?
Okay, yeah, it does.
Makes sense, okay. I think, we could technically, we can try to do a game, maybe, just go over the stuff we mentioned so far, and then see what we can add in addition. Does that sounds good?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna screen share. Oh, I mean, let you screen share. I just need to manage permissions. Okay, now it's good.
Okay.
Let's start with just collecting info, setting up, and then collect info one more time, and engage. And just
Okay.
slowing it down slightly. Specifically, let's look at 1-2 cooldowns you're pressuring around. I think this is gonna be enough.
Okay.
Okay. Kings are good Rein
Let's
map.
go. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So your first idea is just, as you mentioned, you can always scout, you can get information, but then you set up. Set up is just get in the best position you can with the full resources. So you use this position as kind of just opportunity for you to like apply pressure later. But our problem is at this stage when you're setting up, you waste more or most of your resources basically. So you can't do the scouting and engagement right after. You see, like this is really important. You want to somehow maintain your shield, maintain your HP. And I will give you an example. So let's say, okay, yeah, let's say we during this fight. Can you see my stream
Yep,
just fine?
I see it.
Okay. So I'm fighting here. Yeah. So this is fine. Okay. That's so right as well. We died to sleep. Yeah, I think after around here. Okay, go for the pressure. There's a big amount of pressure we do at this point. Yeah, okay, you remove the Cassidy. This is okay-ish, sort of, because you guys need to reset. Okay, so here. See, like this is the point of time. You need to think about how you set up. What is that corner you can get towards? So you have more of your resources. Okay, so like this, let's say now. Okay, like what is that corner you can use to like help you to maintain more of your shield potentially? What do you think?
The right corner there.
Yeah, the right corner here. Yeah. What are the other options? Can you find any other option? What you can do on this map as well?
Use the bot. I'm not
Use
sure.
bot. Yeah. Okay. So this is like relatively almost the same space. Yeah. This corner A. Okay. What if we use this building as our corner potentially? You use it as a corner. Let's call it B. Or let's say you use this high ground as your corner C. What do you think?
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, like this is exactly what you're looking for. You want to get really close to the enemy, have cover, and this way you able to kind of have most of your resources for the actual engage. Because like at this point, this is exactly the problem where you try to apply pressure in this kind of setup phase, and then most of your shield might be lost for some reason, and you can't engage after. So see here, okay, this goes alright sort of. They engage you, I think you shatter, okay, and then trying to counter pin, that makes sense, yeah. It's just, you will see especially I think around here when you're gonna be on the sweep. Okay. Like at this point as an example, okay? You bow to go in this space and you only have 800 shield. Okay, you only have
Yeah.
it's not as much. Yeah. So the question is, what is that corner you can get which allows you to kind of do not have as much have more of your shield. Let's put it this way. Yeah?
The building.
You can go in a building. Yeah. So you just rotate through, sort of. It can be okay. This might be the one. Maybe.
Or underneath.
Yeah. Yeah. Underneath where? Stairs here?
Yeah, stairs or on the right in the.
Yeah. Yeah. I think one of these options. See, maybe let's try to do this. Your user Rein, to be honest, most of your setup is gonna be looking like you setting up like a tracer, to be honest. So initial thing, because you have the pin, what it allows you to do, it allows you to get space on the map. Okay, so I would try to do this. Think where the next fight is gonna be, and try to set up on somewhat of a 180 corner. So what I mean is, okay, your team is here at position A. If you get on the stairs at the position B as your setup location, this is really nice. Okay, so
Yeah.
why this is nice is because, first of all, you're able to pull some attention towards you when you're about to pressure this robot. Is an example, if the attention goes to you, then it's not going towards the A location of your team. But you also maintain the pressure on the same area with them. So you always, like a tracer, think, okay, where the next fight is gonna be, try to go on 180 corner setup, kind of go from behind in a way. Okay, you go from behind, use your pin for that. So pin is not just for the kill, but first step is always how do I get better position. You can do that. You can, I think, obviously it depends on the map layout, but it can help you. I will give you an example. So yeah, here definitely, yeah, like what your pin can be. Maybe just you go through here. Maybe you set up in this building, yeah, pin, and then you can apply pressure later, something like that. Yeah, I will give you other examples. Let me find just some of my gameplay. Maybe let's see, maybe this one. So this is Dorado. 1 second. All right, let's take a look. So this here. Usually, most of your team, they're gonna be fighting for the point. They're gonna try to push the point. Let's call it area A. Okay. So what you can do, as an example, as a Rein, you just can set up on 180 angle, go up the stairs. You see, maybe like a lot of high rank Reins do that as an example. They just go here, yeah. But why it works is that because, first of all, you clear this. It's your power position. This is really important to just control this high ground overall. But this is also 180 angle. So if somebody goes on you, let's say I fight for this area, red. If my team they're at A, because the attention is on me, the attention is not on my team anymore. You protecting your team through the pressure in this way. That does make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you consistently think about those kind of more 180 angles. Of course, it's not like a strict rule, right? There's not. Sometimes it's maybe not possible to exactly set up 180, but at least you're trying to lean towards those 180 angles a little bit more. And remember, in our first session, I think I used the Rialto example. Let me see. Okay, I'm just gonna use it as a reference as well. Okay, so here was Rialto first. Okay, it doesn't matter if you're on attack or defense. I can kind of think that if I get this position up the stairs, okay, if I go, so this high ground to the left, yeah, if I go on that high ground, I'm able to kind of set up and do this 180 pin after. It's not necessarily that I'm gonna go towards the upstairs exactly with the pin, but it's just usually, yeah, like why not to do that? It's just here doing also other things, but fundamentally it's just can be broke down to this. Okay, I go from spawn, this is corner 1 to corner 2, and then I can go up. So I set up this kind of 180 pin. You'll see it here. So I just gonna go through buildings. Yeah, this is something what turns the enemy attention around. Or the second area. Okay, usually it's important to fight for high ground one more time, as you mentioned, like trying to do this fight for power positions. Why it's important is that, see, now suddenly there's an opportunity for you to go from this location B towards your team and do this 180 pin, yeah?
Okay.
And but you set up first. You gotta set up first your pin to get there, and then the next step can be doing this if you like 180 pin, or you can just normally swing. It's fine. Yeah? You can choose what to do based on the situation, but this allows you to just increase the pressure and do what split the enemy resources. Yeah, like let's say now you set up, okay, I think in a few seconds I'm gonna notice the soldier is on this high ground, and see, this is, you kind of pincer them. Yeah, I'm going from A location and my team, they're gonna shoot from B towards from that direction, so soldier have no choice but to give up this high ground completely and just run away. Yeah, I think I'm gonna solo shadow him here as well, but it does make any difference. You can solo shadow, you can maybe just close the gap with them. Obviously it's better if you just kill them with no shadow, but yeah, the point stands the same. It's easier for you or your team to get kills if you're doing that consistently. You kind of go from behind like a tracer. But by the way, especially with new passive, you're more allowed to do that at this point. If you're not taking damage for 5 seconds, remember, you can regenerate. That's why it's important how you hug corners. If you hug corners really well, you not gonna lose your anything. Yeah, your shield is again just for you to apply the engagement. Does all of it make sense?
Yeah, I think so. I think that makes sense.
Okay. I'm just thinking. So we don't maybe have that much time. Maybe Maybe let's do a quick play game. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do quick play and just try to apply this 180 setup. Try to go on with your pin somewhere first. Yeah, do this 180 angle setup and then apply pressure later. Let's try this. Okay. And you have most of your resources ready. You have your shield ready. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
You will notice though what the thing is gonna be with this though. I think most of the time you'll notice the enemy will punish you because they have sleep, they have something. Okay, so your next step is gonna be how to deal with all of that, and that's why we had the scouting at the start. Yeah, I mentioned you have to track most important enemy cooldowns as well. Okay, and if you're able to do that because you're baiting out that stuff, you just shield it simply. Okay, but gotta make sure you set up your own pressure first. Okay, what do you think here? Where are you gonna go? So it's gonna be a more 180 angle.
To the left through the buildings.
Yeah, try this out. Anything. You set up on 180 first and then apply pressure simultaneously with your resources ideally, but yeah, for now we just do 180. We don't have to pay attention to cooldowns as much. It's just the learn serum, you need to do both. You need to be able to apply pressure with your resources and do it from 180 as well. Okay. Yeah, go to the buildings, do that. Sure. Okay, first pin for the setup. Now second pin is gonna be for the pressure. Okay. You can slightly, just slightly chill. Right. Okay, and now you can see, okay, this is if there's an opportunity, you can try to go on somebody, right? Be careful with the sleep dart. And then it works. Okay. Right. Okay. This is fine. I think like what you did there was good overall. Just try to be a little bit faster. So you saw that I'm with with the shield as well. You just want to ideally use cover only. Like try to make sure your cover is your first shield. Yeah, you set up first. Okay, cover is your first shield, and then apply pressure straight after that. The team might be screaming as well. You don't shield us, but they're not. They're wrong. You don't listen. They're asking for the shield. Right. Okay. This is good. This is good to notice. Nice. The fire, don't worry. You can deal with fire. Just go on the every other. Okay. This is more like 90, but again, this is good. This is good enough. If you're able to kind of start closing the gap from here. Just get the baby diva maybe. Anna as well. Oh, that was close. Okay, you got moved. One more. And see,
Okay.
this is exactly the hard part of it. It's responding to enemy cooldowns as well, and synchronizing with your own. Like they just punish you because there's a sleep, there's a nade, but you do it more and more, it's gonna be easier for you to react. Right. Okay. Diva first. Okay. Nice. Be aware of the cooldowns. Okay. Nice. You can try to set up. You can maybe even go up there if you know how to do it. You have to jump on all these
don't.
blocks here. Yeah.
Yeah. I've never done that.
Yeah, it's okay. You can disengage. It's fine. All right.
Never
It's just
done that.
usually if you're up there, but what do you want to do with this though? You want to let the enemy in and the area where your resources are. This is really for sure.
Okay.
Okay, one more round. So there have been only times like when you get punished is just your if they use their cooldowns towards you, like the nade, all of the stuff, even Farah, Boob, this is something what you gotta respond to with your shield. By the way, kind of general rule you can also use is whenever you engage, you just want to swing until you lose your armor. That's it. So
Okay.
once you don't have the armor, you just shield the damage usually, unless you have cover, of course. But you don't want to trade. Just you normal HP. Just trade your armor most of the time. This works. Okay, you don't have armor though. You're swinging. You gotta just chill. If there's no armor, just chill. Okay. One more time. Try to leverage the left building so it helps you to kind of set up 180 pressure a little bit more, I think.
Okay.
So kind of again, you turn the attention towards you. You more like a tracer there. You can clear this high ground first, sure, but just left building, leverage that later a little bit more. Yeah, this works. Get the diva. Nice. Okay, now we can push up more. Mm-hmm. And from here you can see what is that 180 you can do, yeah. Mm-hmm. Just get your HP back. Alright. Mm-hmm. Pressure point. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's fine. And you repeat the process, yeah. You just set up on 180, then repeat, yeah. Well, you just get your armor back there, yeah. You want your armor. Okay. Oh no, you got booped. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Okay, you still have time for one more fight. Hmm? Yeah, boop is more powerful. You really like when you plan the edge against Lucio, you can engage with the what around the corner like that. You gotta go in or like play behind the cover. But
Okay.
was much better though. I think like towards the next round, especially the first was good as well. It's just you need to get used to all the things together. Yeah, pressuring around your own cooldowns. Yeah, uh, making sure you shield their cooldowns and do it from this 180 area, kinda. Yeah, it's again not strict rule. Yeah, this is something you lean towards. It just makes it easier for you to understand. Yeah, where you set up. You need to make sure you have cover because you need your resources. Should be good. Okay,
Okay.
maybe let's start to summarize all of what we mentioned today so far. So,
Okay.
what you got out of today?
I think I need to focus on, or you said what I've learned today, sorry,
Mhm.
is focusing on looking for where my team is, as well as trying to remember cooldowns and count cooldowns.
Mhm.
And then you said the thing about try to set up before you engage.
Mhm.
Play more like how a tracer plays almost.
Sort of, yeah. I think.
Where like you set up,
Mhm.
and then go in.
Mhm.
The rule is set up and then
What are the positions you setting up on?
uh so the positions are the power positions, which are
Yeah.
high grounds and chokeholds,
Right. Right.
choke points.
What was the idea? Remember, 180 angle. What is that about? Yeah.
That's about pinning someone into your team so
Right.
that you take the pressure
Yeah,
off.
yeah. So it's just exactly kind of the opposite position towards where your team is almost. Yeah, it's just
Okay.
you take this 180, yeah, and then it's engaging from behind. Yeah, that what means. Yeah, you just it's I call it 180 because the enemy is gonna do 180 turn to go on you. Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
you really if you're on those positions, you split enemy resources. So try to get on 180. Use your pin for rotation to get there. That's first, always. Yeah? Try to be more consistent with that. On you will see on those small long range maps though, like you see in those ruins first. Okay, it might be tough for you to exactly go behind because this map is really tunneled. Yeah, like tunneled. you have this this is really long map. So you see, you've been engaging from 90 angle, which is also okay. It's just the rule is you try to lean towards 180 a little bit more, I think.
Okay.
So should be good. Just 90, 180. This is enough. And you notice the pins, those gonna be much better for you to do as well, much easier, because you're doing perpendicular pins towards your team, or pins, or pins just towards your team from 180, yeah? Perpendicularly or like towards, it's always
Yeah.
the rule. Okay, what else?
I can't really remember anything else. Sorry.
What you gotta play around when scouting? What are those things?
Oh, my shield and my own team's cooldowns. So like we're gonna do 2 cooldowns, 1 to 2 cooldowns right now. So like on a nade or something, but the ones that are like high burst.
Yeah, exactly. Let's do that. Yeah, let's pay attention to high burst on your enemy team, especially, and start tracking that. Just start tracking 1, 2 things. This is enough, and later you can track more, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, this I think should be, yeah, that's it. It's kind of your engagement flow. So you see here, it's initial scouting, setup, scout again, engage. Okay, initial scouting, we scout resources in a way. Then you set up, get on this angle, and then you scout, see if the resources are ready, and engage right after. I'm also gonna say, like, in this engagement moment, I'm just gonna small note. You want to shield when you lost your armor. I think this is really important. You need to keep your attention on those things.
Okay.
Maybe what can be helpful as well, by the way, with the first steps when you're scouting, when you just get information, try to pay attention to your kill feed and press tab more. Ideally, you want to
Okay.
press tab before every fight. So you constantly keep track on the cooldowns. Obviously, you can kind of do it in your head, but it just make it easy mechanically. Yeah, because you press tab mechanically, it ingrains into your memory better.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so I'm just gonna also say, yeah, press tab before every fight. Yeah, let's do that. Do you have any questions? Maybe, yeah. Any last questions?
I feel like if I just like knew what routing to do for every map, then like I would have an easier time. But like I don't know like how.
You need to experiment to practice. To be honest, there's no really one answer, like what is the perfect routing, because the situation changes depending on of where your and the enemy team is constantly. That's why there's no perfect routing. You just need to like try to experiment, see what is that potential angle you can take, and see how it goes for you. Maybe if you have any questions specifically for the map, what you can do, you can send me a question, just give me the timestamp and ask me a question. Oh, what do you think about this map? Maybe this specific timestamp here. I'm not sure what my 180 angle should be at this point. I can help. If that,
Okay.
yeah, you can do that. Just message me on Discord. I'm gonna help you out with that. Yeah, I wouldn't look into like general stuff. Like, yeah, just try to experiment, see what works. This is the best thing when you're trying to limit test. Maybe you're on Akenwald first choke. You're trying to figure out what is that 180 angle. Yeah, maybe you can just go through the choke with your pin, go towards the left, usually tower, so you can get through the choke, set up this 180 in a way, and then try to work towards the point. Yeah, when you're working towards the point, you can go all the way left, do 180 pin there towards the high ground, and then try to fight their backline in a way. Kind of like
Okay.
that, yeah. Of course, again, this is just this formula you try to apply, and later some of the variables can change. And maybe sometimes you notice you get a kill no matter what, so you can set up different pin. Maybe you go for different positions one more time, but just yeah, try to apply this fundamentals for now. Yeah, how do you set up? Make sure you have your full resources. Play around the cooldowns. Should be good.
Okay.